I don't mind. I don't really care. I just just asked them to ignore you.
Hello everyone, my name is Haley.
My name is
And we are co-founders and co-presidents of NP3 Drama Club. We'd like to welcome you all to our second annual student-led performance. This is our closing night, so thank you all for coming. Today we are performing the comedy mystery by John Patrick, The Curious Savage.
And basically the story's about this family, and they're called the Savages, and basically this dad is like a really rich guy who owns a lot of companies and whatnot, but then he dies and then the mother inherits the money, but her stepchildren want the money for themselves, so they claim her as like a mental psychopath and put her into this mental institute. But then the mother hides the money, and basically the whole story is revolved around the children trying to find out where she hid the money.
Essentially, there's two groups in the play. There are the guests that live in the mental asylum, and then there is also the family. And also, we've just been working on this play for a very long time, since late December. We're really excited to showcase this for you. It's been lunches, after school time, spring break, weekends. We're really excited for you guys to see this. We've been working really hard.
And here are a few reminders. Just make sure you guys' phones are like on off or on vibrate or off, so it doesn't disrupt the play. Also, if you guys want to take photos, please do so, but no flash photography, please. Also, if you guys have any food to eat, please feel free to eat, but don't make a disruption. Also, there will be an intermission halfway through the play, and you guys can buy snacks over in this room over here. And if you guys want to use the restrooms are open. However, for the men's restroom, it's a one-person restroom only, and it's like popped open with a little like caution cone, so you'll know where it is. And so after you're done using the restroom, just make sure you like slide it in between the door so it doesn't like close shut and it doesn't lock by itself. So yeah.
And now, without further ado, NP3 Drama Club presents The Curious Savage.
still front, Fairy? I said, is the car still in front?
Oh, Fairy, Florence was speaking to you.
I'm sorry, Florence. I was watching the fireflies. What did you say?
I said, can you see if they've left yet?
I wish I was a cat so I could see in the dark.
I don't think I'll wait for her. I'm trying to get a book before it's my room. There's a job for it tonight, Jen.
Not bad.
Then stay a little longer. We'd love to have you.
Jen, you've already invested 267 minutes in waiting. Surely you can afford an additional 10 cents worth?
All right, my sister friends. My Cassie is good for 10 minutes more.
Oh, I wonder what she's like. Miss Willie says they're one of the wealthiest families in America.
Oh, that's bad. She'll have an expensive camera she can't work. A rave about an artist I've never heard of.
Oh, cynic, has money spoiled me?
Do you have money, Fairy?
Bags.
Let's not be prejudiced about money. Some of my best friends are wealthy. Hannibal, please something nice while we wait. Have a joke, Jen.
Well, you catch me tuned. What shall it be?
Surprise us.
How about a gypsy start-off?
Oh, please don't play gypsy music, Hannibal. It frightens me.
Frightens you?
Terrifies me. I was stolen by gypsies once when I was a child and rescued just as they were about to dye my skin with walnut juice. Well, I was.
Go ahead, Hannibal.
Oh, I hope she likes music. Maybe she plays some instrument herself. Oh, the harp. All my life I'm sorry, Hannibal. Continue. I just adore the harp. My father, like an angel.
Jen, what are you doing? There's a book I want on the shelf. Sorry, Hannibal. Fairy, go get the book for Jen so we can listen to Hannibal.
Wait. I'll get a chair.
Never mind, Fairy, I can get it.
No, 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 Jen. That wouldn't make any sense. I'm taller than you. Which book do you want?
The Lifespan of the Ape. People give the strangest books to these libraries. I couldn't get forbidden to bed.
It's amazing what standing above people feels like. Do you know I feel smarter than anybody in the whole world?
The yellow one.
Books are in my blood. My mother invented the filing systems at the New York Library. She was queen of cross index.
I'll get Jen's book, Fairy.
No, 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 no. Musicians shouldn't work.
Be careful, Fairy. Don't get dust in your eyes.
Wouldn't you like animal husbandry? I can reach that.
This time it's gotta be Lifespan of the Ape.
Who's down with this? Lights, bring the lights back on!
Daddy! Don't
Lights, lights, lights!
Look at the lights on.
So now you're gonna turn off the lights at the wrong time and hurt something. Then you'll be sorry. I do wish you'd show them something else to give up for Lent.
It's unfair to make the rest of us suffer to get you to heaven, Mrs. Patty.
Other people like electricity.
Now you sit here at your easel like a good girl and leave the lights alone.
I must say, Miss Willie, you startled us. We thought you were in the front office.
Well, look, Fairy, what are you up to?
I'm just trying to get a book for Jen.
With the violin bow?
I couldn't quite reach it.
I certainly didn't mean to cause this commotion. Forget it.
No, 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 Jen. Let me get your book. Everyone, watch his own head. Timber! There you are, Jen. You may take the bow, Miss Willie, and you may take my hand, Hannibal.
The next time anyone wants a book from the bookshelf, Fairy, call me. Why, the whole shelf might have fallen on you.
Oh, whoever thought of anyone being hurt by good books?
Enough of them, my darling, and I hate that to happen.
I hate everything in the world, but most of all, I hate cold cream, hot dogs, codfish, crawfish, catfish, catnip, sheep dip, sawdust, subway, sewer skewers, Roman cappers, friction fractions, pants, pus, pets, policemen, and electricity!
How much longer do we have to wait, Miss Willie?
What is she like, Miss Willie?
I haven't seen her. Let's try the room up a bit, please. Fairy, put the cheesy board away.
an awfully long time in that front office.
Is she young or old, Miss Willie?
All I know is that her name is Miss Savage and she gets the blue room.
I hope she isn't beautiful. Competition exhausts me.
Oh, bingo, you got that one in a hurry.
Miss Willie, don't call me that, please. It's a pet name my mother uses.
I forgot.
I wish you would have singled me out to kiss.
Well, you're the prettiest.
But what would my mother think if she came and saw another strange woman kissing me? She'd explode.
She would if I know her.
Will you please try to remember?
I'll try. Forgive me. Hello? Yes, Dr. Emmett. Right away. Hannibal, put the doorbird up, please. Let's try not to clutter the place, darlings. We should make a good first impression.
Will we meet her now, Miss Willie?
I don't know.
We haven't had anyone exciting here since that magician's wife. Remember, she was all on nerves from being sawed in half so many times? What was her name?
Something hyphenated?
Anyways, she had color. All my relations are so drab. Both my parents were albinos.
Really, Fairy, you shouldn't invent such things.
Well, they were. Emotional albinos, at least.
Oh, Fairy, don't peek. It's so degrading to get on your knees.
You get on your knees to pray, don't you? I'll say a prayer. Dear God, let me see something.
Do you see anything?
I do. God was quick.
What do you see?
Someone coming out of Dr. Emmett's office.
Who?
1, 2, 3 strange people coming in here! Let's hide in the hall and eavesdrop.
Is that ethical?
You know we'll only be sent out anyhow.
You can call it espionage.
Come, Miss Patty, we're going to spy.
I've got the light switch. It's you to let guests enter a dark room. This is the last time I'll be a party to Piggy Fairy. Nearly silly ruined by now.
I mustn't get excited or I'll got hiccups and betray us.
Dr. Emmett will join you in a moment.
Please tell her that there's nothing more. We'd like to get started back.
Yes, Senator Savage. There are magazines and cigarettes on the tables. Please make yourselves at home.
Well, what do you think of an out-Titus, so you're reassured?
Somewhat. It certainly doesn't look like an institution.
Not at all.
Mother will be contented and happy here, I'm sure. It's such a charming place.
I just hope we haven't made a mistake.
Darling, the only mistake we made was in not taking steps sooner.
I just don't like to be thought insensitive. It might have been wiser to have kept her at home with an attendant.
That would have been disastrous.
You're hard.
Someone has to be practical.
No, you're callous. You married far too many foreigners.
Samuel, darling, we've done what had to be done. Now let's not quarrel about it, please.
Louisville is right. This is civilized behavior.
I'm sorry to have delayed you. I was anxious to have Dr. Johnson question your mother.
This is quite a place to have here, Doctor. It's been a great relief to us to have found it so cheerful.
But then we were assured that your place offered the best that money could buy.
We hope we offer the best experience that can provide.
One thing I meant to ask you, Doctor. Will Mother be exposed to any danger here?
Oh, not at all. The guests in this wing are in their final stages of treatment. On the surface, they seem quite normal, let's say. Yourself, Senator.
You don't say.
While we're waiting, Senator, I'd like to ask a few more questions about these memorial funds of your mother's.
Well, there's a little more to tell. She planned on using it to give away the entire Savage estate.
The newspapers called it her happiness fund.
Was this indifference to money something recent?
I wouldn't say so.
She's always given money to foolish causes.
Would you mind being more specific?
Well, there was an Italian farmer who wanted a box of soil from Italy.
Just dirt.
Mother spent $200 to get it for him.
And there was a flower peddler who wanted a tombstone for his horse.
He got it.
After Father died, this obsession got progressively worse. Last summer, she chartered a ship to send 1,000 school children around the world.
Why?
She said they ought to go around the world while there was still a world around.
We stopped her just as she was on the verge of setting up this fund legally.
With the board of directors.
Oh, with a fantastic board of directors. Not a banker, a bishop, or a lawyer among them.
Whom did you choose?
A postman, a gardener, a veterinarian, and herself.
We should have known her mind was going the day she decided to go on a stage.
Oh, that. Have you ever heard of such a case before, Doctor? What would make a woman of her age suddenly decide to become an actress?
The unique is quite routine here, Senator. Nothing surprises us.
If she had been talented or even vain, I could have understood it.
But she wasn't. She was always quiet, even timid. Then all of a sudden, this amazing change.
Grief did it.
But why turn to acting? Life has enough drama in it.
God knows.
Isn't that right, Doctor?
As Judge Savage says, God knows.
And I wish you could explain that better to us.
Obvious exhibitionism.
Exactly.
She took a childish delight in being seen everywhere with that teddy bear.
Anything to indulge in this sudden love for notoriety.
Her entire conduct was a travesty of dignity and self-respect.
And sound business.
Tell me, Senator, has there ever been similar patterns of behavior in your mother's family?
Frankly, I don't know.
You see, Doctor, she's not actually our mother. Father, you married when we were children.
Oh, I see.
But it has never made any difference on our feelings toward her.
Well, I'm afraid I can't be of much help until I've had time to observe her conduct here.
You are the doctor.
And we know she'll be comfortable in such a charming place.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind staying here myself.
There's no place to laugh, Samuel.
But we encourage laughter. It's healthy.
You do?
Of course, it's good therapy. For as Byron once said, and if I laugh at any mortal thing, 'tis that I may not weep.
Of course. Of course.
Yes, Miss Willie?
I beg your pardon, Dr. Emmett, but Dr. Johnson won't be able to complete Miss Savage's files for the moment.
Why not?
He finds a little uncooperative.
Then bring her in, please.
Yes, Doctor.
While you're saying your goodbyes, I'll have a talk with Dr. Johnson.
Please don't go, Doctor.
Please, Doctor.
We prefer you state. The shorter we make this, the better for all concerns.
She's vindictive.
For some reason, Doctor, she holds me irresponsible.
We better give her a little more time to get over her resentment.
Will you come in here, Miss Savage?
Will you please sit down, Mrs. Savage?
We waited to say goodbye to you, Mother.
I do not like thee, Lily Bell. The reason why I cannot tell. But this I know and know full well. I do not like thee, Lily Bell.
She's been chanting that over and over all the way down here.
Your children are saying goodbye, Mrs. Savage. Wouldn't you like to say goodbye to them?
Oh, the fireflies are out. How lovely. What makes the fireflies light up, Doctor? Are they mating?
I really couldn't say, Mrs. Savage.
Oh, I thought you'd know. Isn't this a bug house?
This is the cloister. This is to be your home. I am Dr. Emmett.
Wouldn't it be fascinating if human beings would like fireflies while they were mating? Do you light up while you're mating, Lily Bell? Lord knows you're flighty.
Titus, we might as well go. She's going to be unpleasant again.
Surely, Mother, you wouldn't want us to leave in an atmosphere of bitterness.
50 needles and 50 pins and 50 dirty Republicans.
She's determined to take the wrong attitude.
It's futile.
Well, time will take care of this. Come, Samuel.
We'll send more of her clothes down later, Doctor. We couldn't pack but one grip under the circumstances.
Well, Sundays is visitor day. If you could bring them down then.
My sister's returning to Paris next week, but we'll make arrangements. Good night, Mother.
If there's anything you need, Mrs. Savage, Miss Philomena will take care of you.
We have a lovely garden out there. You'll be able to see it in the morning. When I was a child, we used to say 20 needles and 20 pins. You've added 30 more dirty Republicans.
It's a fault of mine. Exaggeration. It's stupid of me to try to irritate them like this. I just irritate myself. Well, I suppose it has to be exasperating now to be funny later.
I noticed one of his eyes is missing. It must have fallen out in the office. I'll go check as soon as they go.
Oh, don't bother. It fell out last fall at the opera. I'd have found it, but the usher was so nasty about my lighting matches during the magic fire music. You know what this is, don't you?
Suppose you tell me.
It's a teddy bear. Surely you've seen one before.
Not like that.
Well, would you like to know what I do with it?
If you'd like to tell me.
I sleep with it.
Do you?
Yes, I do, you. Are you going to talk to me as if I were an imbecile too?
You're here. We mustn't be hostile.
Of course not. You haven't harmed me. Would you care to know why I sleep with it?
If you care to tell me.
Well, I don't care, and I'll tell you. I get lonely. I'm too old to have a lover and too fastidious to sleep with a cat.
Well then, by all means, you must take it to bed with you here. Would you care to take off your hat?
I'm going to spend the rest of my life here and might as well.
It's a mighty saucy hat.
A 10-cent piece of felt and 3 chicken feathers, $85. Why economy should be so expensive, I haven't the faintest idea.
Takes imagination.
And the blood of pirates. Oh, but I wanted it. I wanted a hat like this since I was 16, for all the good it does me now. Well, I won't be needing a hat like this. Maybe you can use it for something. I'm not at all sure what.
Oh, no, you better keep it. You might need it later.
Oh dear, dear, my hair looks like the matted end of a coconut.
I wouldn't say so. It's a heavenly color.
Oh, you should have seen it last year. It was bright red. Then, just to be different, I dyed it black with a white streak down the middle and looked like nothing so much as a skunk. Finally, I just gave up and tinted it blue. It goes with everything.
Well, it'll certainly go with your room. Would you like to go up and get settled?
Is it time to lock me up?
I wouldn't dream of locking you up. Did you bring a suitcase?
Oh, my daughter did. I wasn't consulted.
Well, I'll go bring your suitcase, and you can explore your surroundings tomorrow. You can wait here for now.
Alone?
Of course.
No handcuffs?
We have the honor system.
Honor system indeed.
Hello.
Miss Willie says the bar's only there to keep the world outside.
Corny, isn't it? Ah, it's alive!
Mary, you must stop frightening yourself. Poor thing's quite harmless.
It won't bite?
It won't shed legs or bark. And, to the best of my knowledge, it's unvexed by sex. Couldn't be less trouble.
Well, in that case, any friend of yours is a friend of mine.
Perhaps we should introduce ourselves. You must be Miss Savage. I'm Florence Williams. How do you do? We've been expecting you all afternoon. May I introduce Mary Ray?
Say you love me.
But we've just met.
Oh, you don't have to mean it. I just feel wonderful when people say they love me.
Well, I'm sure everyone loves you.
I told you she wouldn't be spoiled. Welcome to the cloisters. Climate best by government test.
Thank you. And this is Hannibal. And this is our Miss Patty. How do you do, Mrs. Patty?
I hate everything in the world, but most of all, I hate lightning, skunk cabbage, custard, mustard, mice, bees, keys, ragweed, chloroform, rhubarb, barnacles, bats, broken glass, eels, crunch drums, tombstones, gallstones, salt, and thunder!
Why don't you like rhubarb?
Mrs. Patty won't answer you, Mrs. Savage. She'll only recite the things she hates.
Sweet but stubborn.
Miss Patty stopped talking about 20 years ago. Why?
She got mad.
Her husband told her to shut up.
And she did.
She gave up conversation for life.
But she only gave up electricity for Lent.
You're a woman of wisdom, Mrs. Patty. There's only one thing wiser than saying very little, and that's saying nothing at all. Would you like to hold it?
She likes you.
I like her. Oh, you haven't met Jen. Come here, Jen.
Please excuse my left hand.
Certainly. Is that a toothache?
Jen's face is scarred and she likes to spare people.
Oh, well, you needn't spare me. I have to look at myself every morning.
Dr. refuses to let me wear a bandage.
Well, we have to humor our doctors once in a while.
Now you've met everyone. We're a small group in this wing, and we hope you find us comfortable to be with.
But Miss Savage hasn't met everyone. She hasn't met the Holy Terror.
Of course. How stupid of me.
Where is he, Florence?
He was here a few moments ago. John Thomas.
You might have gone out to the hall.
I'll check. John Thomas.
You won't hurt her, will you?
Gracious, why should I?
You won't object, will you?
Well, what is John Thomas?
Her son. What did you think?
Here?
Oh, yes, he was born here.
I
sleep on the floor. My husband warned me I'd be a bad mother. Miss Savage, this is my son.
You like children, don't you?
Everyone's but my own. How old is he?
5.
Oh, he's big for 5 months.
No, 5 years.
I meant years.
Will you excuse me now? I have to put him to bed. He has the measles. It'd be a shame if you caught them. Excuse me.
That was exceedingly kind of you, Mrs. Savage, not to notice anything wrong.
There wasn't time to explain, but you were like lightning.
Poor Florence isn't well. We pretend for her sake. We hope you will too.
Oh, I will.
I think you should understand right away, Mrs. Savage, that except for Florence, the rest of us are welcome to leave whenever we'd like.
But we don't go, because there's no better place to go.
You're a very lucky woman to be accepted here, Miss Savage, if I do say so myself. And I do.
Oh, do be quiet.
Ah, tyrant!
What is that? That weird noise is the signal for us to go to our rooms.
It's the evil of the machine age, perfect pistons and no manners.
Well, ours not to reason why. I wonder why no one ever calls the first line. It's someone blunder.
Oh, good night.
I didn't hear you. We never say that. It means there's no more.
No more what?
Oh, no more, so much.
Don't let Jen's manner disturb you, Mrs. Savage. Her plane was shot down in the war. She hasn't quite recovered yet.
Was her face badly burned?
Oh, not at all. Jen bailed out. But she lost her crew. Her scar goes deeper than we can see.
Surely you've guessed by now, Miss Savage, that Hannibal and I are really the only ones here free to leave. We pretend to save everyone else's sake, but... Oh, Miss Patty, I forgot you were here! Miss Patty, I didn't mean you anyhow! Oh, I could tear my own tongue out. If I don't go apologize, she'll sulk. Miss Patty!
Barry has the gift of the good for saying the wrong thing.
I can imagine it would take quite a bit of doing to apologize to someone who doesn't talk and sulks anyhow.
Just treat Mrs. Patty like a clock. Look at her to see how the day goes, but don't expect an answer. She's happy at her easel.
Is she an artist?
I don't know whether she is an artist or not, but she paints
Portraits?
seascapes, which is rather odd because she's never seen the sea.
Oh, Miss Savage, I forgot to warn you. If you go to your room, whatever you do, don't sleep.
What did she mean about not sleeping?
Oh, none of us sleeps here.
Well, where do you sleep?
Oh, we go to our rooms. We've agreed to that in principle. But we don't close our eyes. When today ends, tomorrow begins. Today is safe. Tomorrow may be filled with certainty. May be filled with danger. Can anything be simpler?
Not much.
Today is the only certainty.
Hannibal, you heard the buzzer. Why aren't you in your room?
I am in spirit, and everyone says that it's the spirit that counts. Remember, fight the night.
Did they all come out to meet you?
Well, there was Mrs. Patty and 4 others who have no business being here at their age.
Quite agree.
Do you think I belong here?
Miss Savage, I'm kept too busy to have any opinions.
I'd like to know what they told you about me.
Was there anything to tell?
Did they mention my memorial fund?
No, not to me.
Then they probably told you that my husband's death affected my reason.
That would be understandable.
But untrue.
Why? Weren't you happy with your husband?
I married Jonathan when I was 16. I loved him from the moment I met him until the moment he died. Do you know what that meant?
I think so.
Well, you don't. It meant that my only aim in life was to anticipate what would please him, to want what he wanted. And that meant everything that I had ever wanted had to be forgotten.
Well, what had you always wanted?
Well, things that would have shocked poor Jonathan.
Such as dye your hair blue.
That, and studying French, and ballet dancing, and people. As a girl, I was sure I could have been a great actress. So, with no responsibilities and time running out, I decided to be one.
But don't you think you waited too long, Miss Savage?
Oh, I certainly do. Had I been any fool in my youth, no one would have noticed the difference in my old age.
Oh, I would never think of you as old.
Well, having kicked over the traces myself and learned once again the importance of unimportant things, I decided I'd help others have the foolish things that they'd always wanted.
And how are you going to do that?
By establishing the Jonathan Savage Memorial Fund, a foundation for giving away money in honor of my husband. And that insane idea is what has brought me here.
Oh, it's not as bad as you think. Shall we go to your room?
Well, at least I learned one thing from my French lessons.
What's that?
What I am, I'm a mort canard. That's dead duck in French, I think.
Let's go to your room.
Well, all right. People would walk around the edge of the carpet once in a while. It would say boring out in the middle. What makes you think I wouldn't believe it, my dear? Was it something you composed yourself, Hannibal?
Bach, with variations of my own.
Mathematics loss was certainly our gain.
No, I'm not quite sure I follow that, Fairy.
Fairy knows that I used to be a statistician.
Ah, thank you. Now I'm straight.
Give him a fraction to multiply.
I'm afraid I wouldn't know whether he was right or not.
My last position was with the government, charting trends. I was to keep my finger on the pulse of the people and my ear to the ground.
A rather vulnerable position, was it not?
Very. I was fired, replaced by an electronic calculator.
I should think you'd hate electricity, too.
Oh, not at all. But I did want to make money with my brains. So I spent the next 2 years trying to think of something that could be made for a dime, sold for $1, and was habit forming. I'm afraid my education was wasted.
I'm going to send John Thomas to Princeton. Their boys aren't the brightest, but they're such gentlemen.
Oh, that reminds me, Miss Savage. May we ask you a personal question?
They're the only ones worth asking, my dear.
A little birdie told us that you used to be an actress. We're bursting with curiosity. Is it true?
Oh, that. Well, if being on the stage makes you an actress, then I suppose it's true.
Miss Willie, that's the little birdie Florence was talking about, said that you've been on the New York stage?
Do you think we've seen you, Mrs. Savage?
Only if you were quick. I've actually only been in 2 plays. The first was Macbeth.
Oh, Macbeth! I adore Macbeth! All that blood. I sent my blood to the Red Cross once. They sent it back.
I should think you would have been a novel to translate Macbeth.
I can't tell you how much I agree with you, but they cast me as a witch.
Oh, but you're a perfect witch.
Thank you, dear.
Speak some witch talk to us.
I'm afraid I didn't have any lines. If I had, it probably would have cost me twice as much.
Why did it cost you anything?
Oh, I backed the show. If I hadn't, I probably wouldn't have been able to even play the mute witch.
Was it expensive?
Extremely, but worth it.
What a pity. Weren't you discouraged?
Bitterly, but man by nature is optimistic. If he weren't, he'd eat his young. So, I decided I'd write a play and star myself.
You wrote a play?
Indeed I did, with a courage born of ignorance and a plot out of wedlock.
What part did you play?
Naturally the lead. Not Guilty, starring Ethel P. Savage.
What does the P stand for?
Oh, I haven't the faintest idea. My numerologist said I needed it in my name for good luck. He was right. We ran a year.
What was the play about?
A mother murdered a man and was defended by a young woman lawyer who turned out to be her very own daughter. I had red hair and died in my daughter's arms every night, and 2 matinees a week, just as the curtain came down and the jury whispered, "Not guilty." I'm having a better time in my life.
I gather the notices were good this time.
Well, they were sincere, but that didn't make any difference.
What did the review say?
Oh, the Times said that we set the theater back 30 years, but we couldn't possibly because I stole the plot from Madam X, and that's 40 years old.
Wouldn't you think they'd know?
Well, the Sacramento Bee was brilliant. They said we brought something new to the theater.
Money?
Really, Fairy, money isn't new.
What did the bee say?
They said we had a tenacious mediocrity unhampered by taste.
But that wasn't good.
Oh, it was perfect! In our ads, we simply said tenacious and unhampered.
And you ran a year?
We'd have been running yet if my daughter hadn't come home and stopped me. Oh, I know we were bad and audiences only came to laugh at us, but we both had a good time. Oh, I do miss it. Oh well, my time is coming.
I don't think that was very nice of your daughter. Miss Savage, don't do it!
Fairy, what's wrong?
Miss Savage is about to read the newspaper.
I would do that if I were you, Mrs. Savage.
Please give it to me, Miss Savage, please.
You mustn't read it!
It'll only make you unhappy.
Now, I know just what the paper is going to say. I've only been waiting for it to happen.
Waiting for what to happen, Mrs. Savage?
What it says in the paper.
But we don't know what it says in the paper.
Then why are you trying to keep me from seeing it?
We have an agreement here.
We never read the newspapers until they're a month old.
We find we're much happier when we wait.
My dear people, that's very kind of you, but I want to know what's in the paper now, not next month.
Well, we can't stop Miss Savage from reading the paper and she insists. We don't know her well enough to be rude.
Florence is right.
Well, if you read anything unpleasant, don't tell us.
No, it won't do us any good to know about it.
This is yesterday's paper. I want today's paper.
Oh, it isn't here yet.
When does it come?
I don't know.
Is there a radio here?
Yes, right over there.
Why didn't anybody mention there was a radio here?
You didn't ask us.
Maybe I can catch the news. This isn't lighting up. Is there something wrong with the set?
Well, it hasn't any tubes.
It hasn't any what?
Tubes? Miss Daddy steals them. She hates electricity, you know.
No one knows where she hides them.
Why didn't anybody mention that the set hadn't any tubes?
You didn't ask us.
Oh dear, dear, dear. How high is that brick wall?
Much too high.
Easily 10 chairs high.
And I suppose no one ever leaves that great gate open?
Don't look beyond the wall, Miss Savage. There may be a better place out there somewhere, but if you give this up to look for it, you may never find it.
It isn't that I don't find you all enchanting, but you...
But we what?
Please don't say anything mean.
I just need to get out of here.
Oh, do be still!
We have to go, Miss Savage.
Where?
It's garden hour.
We each have our own little plot and we plant anything we want. Vegetables or flowers.
I planted birdseed last year just to see what would come up.
And what did come up, Fairy?
Nothing, but it was a rich horticultural experience.
There's a beautiful evergreen in the center. At Christmas time, there's lights on it saying, "Merry Christmas, keep out."
Come, Miss Savage. I'll show you my delphiniums.
Oh, no, do go on without me. I need some time to think.
But the buzzer buzzed. One has to obey orders.
May I ask what you're doing, Mrs. Savage?
Oh, I believe in wearing out a carpet evenly.
Oh, how prudent. I'll help.
But you have to go garden.
Oh no, this is much more constructive.
I'll help too. We must all do our share.
Me too.
But I didn't mean to start a procession.
Come, Hannibal. Many feet make light work.
Why not? It's a refreshing change. Most women lead me in circles.
We're all behind you, Miss Savage.
I feel like the Pied Piper.
And now, Miss Savage, you take the brown outer border with Hannibal, and the Florence, Mrs. Patty, you guys take the tan part, and Jen and I will take the diamonds.
carpet evenly?
Someone told you.
Didn't I hear the buzzer ring garden hour?
I didn't hear it. I think it's broken.
Oh, Fairy, aren't you ashamed?
Oh, I wish I were dead.
I'm sorry, Miss Lily, it was my fault.
I didn't feel like gardening anyhow. But Florence, you worked so hard on your flowers. Do you want them to die? I don't want anything to die.
Oh, that's so true. Poor Florence couldn't hurt a fly. When she sees a fly, she simply puts it out the window. Flies adore her.
I think we'd all better go out to the garden. Run along now. Aren't you gonna go with them?
I wanted to talk to you, alone,
All right, what can I do for you?
a great deal, and it could be that I could do a great deal for you.
Are you trying to offer me a bribe, Miss Savage?
How'd you guess?
Everyone does, at first.
Well, my offer is a little different. I actually have the money. I'll give you $20,000 to leave the gate open tonight. $30,000.
Don't you like us, Miss Savage?
That's a most irritating answer to a sound business offer. $40,000, and you could be free of this place.
But I don't want to be free of it.
$50,000. You could go around the world, see Cairo, Mandalay, the South Pacific.
I've seen Cairo, been to Mandalay, and the South Pacific.
You have?
I was an army nurse for 4 years.
Well, you should still be able to use $50,000.
Now, where did you get $50,000, Miss Savage? That's a great deal of fortune.
Never mind, I can get it. And in the current idiom, 50,000 is peanuts.
Oh, I believe you, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to refuse.
Then you leave me no choice but to burn the place down.
Oh, you wouldn't do that.
Oh, yes, I would.
There are too many people here who wouldn't know how to save themselves. You think of them first.
You think I belong here? Then why are you trying to appeal to my reason?
I'm not. I'm appealing to your emotions.
Well, I'll get out of here soon enough. It's just that bribing you would have been cheaper. That would cost me a couple of million at least.
Oh, good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Is Miss Savage downstairs?
She just this minute went out to the garden.
What is her mental state this morning?
The usual pattern. She already offered me a bribe.
What did she offer you?
The highest yet, $50,000. Oh, the poor dear.
Did she sound confident?
Definitely manic. She acted as if she controlled her own affairs.
Apparently she does. Read this. I've just been talking to her children. They are practically out of their minds themselves. The senator is leaving Washington at once. He'll pick up his sister in New York and the judge in Boston and be here by tonight.
This is the most amazing thing I've ever read. When did they discover it?
I gathered this morning. They asked me to confine her to a room.
I don't understand. How could she get away with so much money?
Apparently her husband left her the estate. She's been secretly selling out control since.
$10 million? That's a typical graphical error, isn't it?
No, they had it all right.
What could she have done with it?
As her son says, God knows.
Could she have spent it?
I doubt it. Can you bring her here, please? I'd better tell her to expect.
Oh, Miss Savage, will you come in here, please? Dr. Emmett wants to see you. Are you going to place her in seclusion?
Of course not. But sometimes I wish there was a way of placing relations in seclusion. There's always much more trouble with my patients.
Do you think there's method in her madness?
Miss Willie, I find it harder every day to say where reason ends and madness begins. For now, I must accept the presumptive evidence of her stepchildren.
Well, from what I've heard, her son's record Congress would give any good psychiatrist a nasty turn.
It certainly would. And the sensationalism of her daughter's 6 divorces doesn't speak too well to her emotional state.
Did you want to see me, Doctor?
Yes. Will you please help out the switchboard? Miriam has been deluged with calls from newspapers.
Yes, Doctor.
Please sit down.
I think I know what you're going to tell me.
Do you?
I see you have today's paper. I wonder how long it would take them to find out.
And you're aware of what you've done and the consequences?
It's far too early for consequences. May I see it?
The senator phoned from Washington. We expect them by tonight.
I can imagine we can. Well, I'm not going anyplace.
How could you have spent $10 million without anyone knowing about it?
Oh, who says I spent it?
Paper said you did.
Well, what did they know? I couldn't have spent it. I couldn't possibly have. I hid it.
You hid it?
In neat $500,000 negotiable bonds that can't be traced.
Why?
I don't ask you what you do with your money, Doctor.
I'm sorry this has happened to you, Mrs. Savage, but I'm afraid your hidden treasures will prove a great disadvantage to you.
That's because you're a doctor, and doctors never know the value of money.
Mrs. Savage, would you like to know how long it would take me to earn that much money?
Oh, excuse me. I came to get my violin. Fairy May wants music while she plants her seeds.
Just a moment. You are a statistician. How long would it take an average doctor to earn $10 million?
Well, you'd have to start before Christ was born and work through the burning of Rome up to the burning of St. John and Savonarola. While taking time out, of course, for the Norman Conquest, the Crusades, the 100 Years' War, the 30 Years' War, and the 7 Years' War. So he'd have to work double time through the discovery of America, up to penicillin and bubblegum. That's without deducting the state tax, city tax, education tax, amusement tax, and luxury tax. You'd add 100 years for that.
Thank you, Hannibal. It's a great deal to be responsible for, Mrs. Savage.
Now what's the good doctor up to?
A bit of emotional blackmail, I suppose. Hannibal, would you guess to look at me that I'm worth $10 million on the hook?
Never. Human body only has 20 cents worth of calcium in it, 5 cents worth of iodine, and 20 cents worth of phosphorus. And, well, even at the present high prices, no one's worth more than $1.50.
So you only value me at $1.50?
Never. You said your worth. Your value is inestimable.
Hannibal, I like you. You make me feel important. You make me feel like dancing.
Splendid. What shall I play?
Anything.
I'm quite good on the Flight of the Bumblebee.
Oh, could anything be more appropriate? The bees come home and find the honey gone. Someone is going to be stung. Play, Hannibal!
Reading, Miss Savage?
Yes, dear.
Is it interesting?
Very.
I'm not bothering you, am I?
Now, whatever makes you think that? What's the matter, Fairy May?
Nothing, it's just that no one has said they loved me this live long day.
Why, yes, they have, Fairy.
Oh, no they haven't. I've been listening.
I heard Florence say it at the dinner table.
Did she?
Did I? She said, don't eat too fast, Fairy.
And that's her saying she loves me?
Well, of course. People say it when they say, take an umbrella, it's raining, or hurry back, or watch out, you'll break your neck. There are hundreds of ways of wording it. You just have to listen for it, my dear.
My dentist says I have perfect occlusion. Is that him saying he loves me?
What else? Why, the first day I met my husband, I was riding horseback, and he said I had a good seat. I knew immediately he loved me.
Oh, I've been missing so much. My dentist loves me.
Is there anything else I can clear up for you, dear?
Oh, no, Miss Savage, that's all. Thank you, and forgive me.
Miss Savage,
Yes, dear.
I'm keeping score and they won't help me. What's 7 and 5 and 4?
49.
But Mrs. Savage,
It's my own system, Hannibal. I simply refuse to submit to the tyranny of mathematics.
Then I win.
I'll keep score next time.
Oh, Miss Savage, there is one more thing you can help clear up for me.
And what's that?
Well, how come it's Sunday again today when it was only Sunday yesterday?
What makes you think it's Sunday, my dear?
Well, because Sunday is Visitor's Day, and your children are coming to see you again today, so it must be Sunday. I had a very fun time this week.
It isn't Sunday, my dear. My brood just simply couldn't wait a week.
Shouldn't that make you happy?
Oh, it should, but it doesn't.
Oh, I think that's a wicked thing to say.
Well, we have to be wicked once in a while to get God's attention. But if it consoles you, they weren't mine. My husband was left with 3 small children.
Well, you must have liked them when they were little.
Oh, I wanted to make them my own desperately, but they always resented me. Why, the first moment I put my arms around Lily Bell, she bit me. And she bit me every day until she was 10.
That must have made you very high-strung.
What made her stop at the exact age of 10?
I suppose at that age, a girl starts to consider her teeth.
But the boys are always so much better.
Not these ones. They'd been spoiled by money. Whenever I tried to correct them, they'd break something of mine to get even with me. It was a happy day when they went away to school.
School must have taught them something.
Yes, French. Whenever they came home, they spoke nothing but French, so I wouldn't understand them. And I couldn't understand them since.
But the senator's quite famous, isn't he?
That he is, make no doubt. I'm told he gets more threatening telegrams than any man in Congress. I'm sure the Western Union lists him as a tangible asset.
If he's so unpopular, why do the voters keep sending him back to Washington?
They're no fools. It's the only way to keep him out of the state.
He the son's a judge, isn't he?
That's quite a distinction.
So he's made it one. He has the distinction of having more of his decisions reversed than any man in jurisprudence.
Is the daughter pretty, Miss Savage?
Oh, well, there's a picture of her in the paper I could show you.
Don't miss anything out of the paper.
Oh, I won't. I'll just show you her picture.
We don't look at pictures either.
People are always pinned under trucks.
I'll look just to make sure it isn't horrible.
Well, even I wouldn't say it's horrible.
Oh, she's a queen! She's wearing the crown!
Queen?
That's a tiara, Fairy. That photo was taken when she was married to her Slavic prince.
Let's take a quick look, Hannibal, just to be polite.
So she's a princess.
Oh no, she discarded that prince a good 6 husbands ago.
Oh, but why?
Hell hath no music like a woman playing second fiddle.
I don't know when I've seen a prettier tiara.
The dress is cut rather low, isn't it?
I don't like her. Let's do something mean to her.
A fairy!
Oh, I don't mean really mean. I just mean something like putting her picture up on the dartboard and throwing darts at her.
Fairy!
My dear, you're a sweet child. That's exactly what we'll do.
Oh, you wouldn't.
I need exercise, my dear. Now, what can I pin it up with?
Miss Patty has some pins?
Oh, fairy. I'm so disappointed in you.
Oh, I wish I'd died in my cradle.
Why, Mrs. Patty, that has got to be the loveliest seascape I've ever seen. Do you know I can actually smell the ocean? Your genius lies in your simplicity. You challenge the imagination. Could I borrow 4 thumbtacks? Thank you.
It's setting a very bad example for motherhood.
Oh, do be quiet, Florence. Don't you like surprises?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to surprise Lily Bell. Now, I'll tee off. Target for tonight. Right in the tiara.
Something dreadful is going to happen, I know it. Everybody to the upstairs study. Miss Savage's visitors are here.
Miss Willie, may I stay? I never meet strangers anymore.
I'm sorry, fairies, but the senator insisted on privacy.
Someday, when I'm ushered out, I'm just gonna leave. I have as much pride as anyone.
Run along now. All the way up now.
How's the weather out there?
Stormy.
Savage.
I don't know what to say to you, Mother. For the life of me, I don't know what to say.
Polite people say good evening.
Deception is so unlike you.
I'm not angry. I'm just hurt.
Have you the faintest idea of the enormity of what you've done? You sold control of 15 Savage Industries.
We'll have to sell our stock in Savage Bastards to buy it back.
Oh, didn't you find out? I sold that first.
Oh, I mustn't get excited. I'll get lines.
What else did you dispose of?
Everything in my name.
We're ruined.
What did you do with the money? You couldn't have spent it.
Tell us what you did with it, dear.
I converted it into neat $500,000 negotiable bonds and buried them.
When you say buried, you mean hidden?
I mean buried, as in funeral.
In the ground?
Oh, I feel physically ill.
Where is it buried?
I forget.
Oh Lord, grant my mother one moment of clarity!
Where did you bury it? Concentrate.
Best thing in the world for getting lines out of the face, Lily Bell. Gotta do something about getting you a new eye. Do you know any place that sells bear's eyes, Lily Bell?
Give me that
We're just antagonizing here. We won't get anywhere shouting.
I'm sorry, Mother. Hold your bear. Forget that you're sick.
What we must make you understand, Mother, is that the money involved is not what concerns us so much as a disgrace.
Ow!
What happened?
She bit me.
Nonsense. Whatever Mother might do, she went in the sense of biting.
It was a wasp.
If there was ever a wasp, it's the woman we call Mother. I know when I'm bitten.
There's no need to raise your voice.
Does it hurt?
Of course it hurts.
Limbo, we won't get anywhere fighting amongst ourselves. Now stop it. We can't afford it.
Can't afford anything.
We simply refuse to be angry with you, Mother. Lily Bell, apologize.
I will not.
Lily Bell!
It's quite all right, Mother. I don't object to your biting me, non-mailing me to the bone, governing to your heart's content. Only tell us what you do with our money.
My money? You've had enough of your share.
The estate is ours. It's belonged to the Savage family for generations.
8 generations.
It's unthinkable that you should be the first Savage to be found wanting.
Found wanting what?
The Savage pride. Now I want you to listen to me very carefully to what I have to say. The estate has always been a sacred trust. We never really considered ourselves possessors of a great fortune, but custodians.
Oh!
Don't do that.
Look, I just asked you to look. She's been throwing darts at my picture.
What of it? That can't possibly hurt you.
It's a vicarious form of murdering someone. It's the most vicious sort of voodoo magic known to science.
We're losing ground.
Oh, we were fostered by a werewolf, every savage son of us.
My patience is exhausted. What have you done with the money?
I told you I buried it.
Where? Unless you tell us at once, we're going to send you to a public institution. We will not tolerate this criminal waste.
You've got me in such a state I can't think. I haven't a brain in my head anyhow. You've said so time and time again.
Not me.
I can't think. I can't remember a thing. My head is pounding.
What do you mean you can't remember a thing? Of course you can!
I can't.
Titus, we better be careful.
Can we get something for you?
The only thing that clears my head is those powders I used to take.
Where are they?
I'm out of them.
We'll get more,
Will you?
of course.
Here's the prescription number from my druggist in Boston.
You mean go all the way back to Boston?
Where is everyone?
Are you ill?
Titus, this is dangerous. We'd better get those powders and come back in the morning. We won't accomplish anything tonight.
You're right. You get the prescription filled.
Get it filled, Samuel. When we go home, I'm going straight to bed.
Are you prepared to tell us what you've done with those bonds in the morning?
Pound, pound, pound.
I'll tell the chauffeur we're ready.
Now, what got into him? Well, we better go then. We'll be back first thing in the morning.
Pound, pound, pound.
Come, Lily Bell. I'll have Dr. Emma give her a sedative.
Lily Bell! Psst!
What do you mean by psst?
I've got something important to tell you about the bonds. Close the door.
Well,
I wanted to tell you, and you alone, where I hid them.
why me?
Titus and Samuel are fools. If anything were to happen to me here overnight, the bonds would be lost.
It was Titus who went through that eye. Where did you hide them?
Where would you hide $10 million if you didn't trust banks?
I don't know.
Under a rock?
Of course not.
Then perhaps in your mattress. Of course, you're never far from your mattress, but imagine you were, and the house burned down.
Are you going to tell me or not?
Have you ever been to the Museum of Natural History?
No.
Very educational. And fireproof.
Mother, please.
Do you know what's on the 3rd floor?
How could I?
The Department of Ichthyology.
What are you talking about?
Fish hanging from 2 wires in the last room on the 3rd floor is a big, dusty porpoise.
Well,
I stuffed my bonds in that stuffed fish when no one was looking.
I don't believe you.
Name me a safer place.
Only a fool would do such a thing.
That's me.
How could you get a package of bonds inside a porpoise?
Easy. Razor blade and scotch tape.
How do I know you're telling me the truth?
There's an easy way to find out.
You must think I'm very gullible. I have no intention of hunting inside a stuffed fish.
Are we to hold the car for you all night, Lilybell? Samuel's honking.
Let him honk.
Dr. Aaron will be here in a few minutes.
Titus,
Yes?
kiss me goodbye.
You bit Lilybell. I don't trust you.
Well, that's ironic because I trust you. I was just about to tell you where I hid the bonds.
Surely, Mother. You never... I just listened to Lilybell. I never wanted you here.
If I tell you where they are, will you get me out of here and leave me alone?
You know I will.
Then I'll tell you. My bonds are in a tin box.
Now, where?
You remember when I went on a trip to Washington with a group from Actors Equity?
No.
Well, I was. It was National Ethel Week. We had breakfast with the First Lady. There was Ethel Barrymore, Ethel Peters, Ethel Waters, Ethel...
What are you talking about?
My bonds are in the President's hothouse.
I don't believe you.
You didn't believe Pearl Harbor until you investigated.
Why would you choose such a public place? Everybody in and out.
Well, I'm not very bright.
I'm the only man who can't get into the White House.
You should agree with him oftener.
How did I know you didn't imagine this?
There's an easy way to find out. Dig.
No, I'm not falling for that trap. You didn't hide the box there.
In the corner, under the petunias.
Titus, if you take any longer, Samuel will go off without us.
I'm coming. I refuse to believe you.
We listened! We're horrible!
We're quite ashamed.
We all wish we were dead.
We wanted to stop listening and sneak away, but we couldn't without making too much noise.
Oh, it's no secret. If you'd read the papers, you'd know.
Did you really hide all that money?
I did indeed. For my memorial fund.
But now you're giving it away.
You're very generous for your size and weight.
But you didn't tell the judge where his share was.
Oh, that prescription number was really a note saying to dig under the chimney.
Well, why did you hide it if you were going to tell them where it was?
What makes you think I did?
Well, we heard you.
Foolish I am, but not that foolish. Whatever is in the president's petunias, or under that chimney, or in that stuffed porpoise, it's not my little bundle of bonds.
Well, then why did you say they were?
Well, I want to see if they'll make fools of themselves.
Won't they consider it degrading to go out digging?
They might, but they will.
Oh, nothing makes the truth seem so shabby as a magnificent lie. How splendid!
How do you know they'll believe you?
They want to believe me.
But how can you be sure?
There are a million things a man wouldn't do for $5, but there aren't 5 things a man wouldn't do for a million. Trust me, they'll dig.
You're doing great.
I did this was all.
Thanks, bro.
Damn it, I didn't get my camera out in time. Not to be in the way. Not showing.
Just a little bit more.
Oh! Startled me. I didn't know anyone was in here. And I didn't know you could play the piano.
I only play when I'm alone.
Oh, you don't have to be so shy. No one would compare you to a professional. But I am a professional. Oh.
I made my debut in town hall a week before the war started. Jen Meredith, you see?
Why, it says you were brilliant. I'm sorry, Jen. I should have known.
I was going to appear with the Philharmonic. I didn't. But I have a contract to prove I might have.
Do go on. I'd like to hear you.
No, I don't like to be stared at.
Then I'll look away.
I'd rather not. I'm not ready to face people yet. Please don't insist.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Thank you. Can you keep a secret?
About 10 seconds. seconds.
Dr. Abbott isn't a doctor at all.
What is she?
A patient. Just like Mrs. Patty.
No, she's a doctor, Jen. It says so on her office door. She wouldn't lie.
Do you believe a man is what he claims to be?
I'm a trusting soul. I like to believe the best in people.
It's best to believe the worst. If you believe the worst, then the worst is only half bad at best. And the best is not worse than expected. So it's best to believe the worst.
You know, Jen, that's just obscure enough to be profound.
What does it mean? It's simple. When a man says he is wise, you say he's a fool. But if he says he's a fool, you believe him.
Well, only a fool would claim to be wise.
Exactly, which proves I'm right. Dr. Emmett is a fool. She claims she's a doctor. The war was over 5 years ago, and where's her miracle?
Some things take time to heal, Jen.
I don't have much longer. I'm getting old. I'll be 26 soon.
And that's ancient. Why don't you forget your place and play anyhow? Don't condemn your audience before you give them a chance to be kind.
Look at me and tell me an audience wouldn't shudder at the sight of me now. Look. Do you see?
I see nothing to hide, Jen.
Dr. Emmett told you what to say.
She didn't, I promise. But I'd believe her if I were you.
All right. I'll give her 5 years more. Do you know something?
I don't. I'm simply awed by the magnitude of what I don't know.
I wouldn't tell this to anyone else. Hannibal really can't play the violin.
No.
Yes!
Well, of course, I'm tone deaf.
I'll tell you something else. I sometimes wish I were.
Well, you're a sweet girl to pretend.
Poor Hannibal can't play. Yeah, he does. I really can, but I won't. Don't you think that's funny?
Not very.
Mrs. Savage! Mrs. Savage! There's a rat in the hole! Run as pigs and mouse! Quickly! Jump! Jump! Jump!
Barry, what am I going to do with you? You put me right off my coffee. You know there's no rat in the hall.
Well, Miss Savage doesn't, and she's bored here. I intend to make life exciting for her.
Well, I'll have you know I just aged 50 years. That puts me well over the 100 mark.
Fantastic! Let's have a birthday party. I'll make candles.
No, you'll sit there and drink your coffee.
Oh dear, I ate too much again.
Be sure to exercise after a meal, Hannibal.
I know, but if I wait until I'm comfortable, my conscience won't needle me.
Are you sure there have been no calls or messages for me?
Positive.
Then is it possible to send to the village to fetch tonight's newspaper?
Well, if you serve the coffee tonight, I'll ask Dr. Emmett.
Gladly.
Here you are, Bingo.
Lawrence hasn't been served.
Oh, don't stand up, manners, Jen. This lady knows just how you like your coffee. I'll get my own.
Very well. And
You're annoyed.
Singling me out for attention, Miss Willie. It's unfair and it makes me uncomfortable.
Jen, I'm so tired tonight. I forgot. You'll have to forgive me.
Of course. I forget to.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the best dressed of them all? Fairy who?
Cream in your coffee, Fairy.
Please, do you like my dress, Miss Savage? I made it myself.
It's sheer delight. Sugar?
5. I didn't have time to finish, so I had to put pins in it.
Hannibal?
No, thank you.
I know a trick to make that exercise more enjoyable.
An enjoyable way of losing weight hasn't been invented yet.
True, but I know of an improvement. All you need is a deck of cards.
I went to a fortune teller when I was 14. Everything he told me turned out wrong. I never believed in cards since.
Very, very, very.
Now throw them up in the air.
Why?
To lose weight. Now, bend over and pick them up, one by one.
I like that. It's tidy.
I learned it in a beauty course.
Thank you, Mrs. Savage. It's a great improvement.
Wouldn't it be easier to pick it up sideways?
Much. Man was made all wrong. His stomach gets in the way when he bends. And his legs. They buckle in front of him instead of folding neatly behind him. Along with his nose. It only gets in the way when he kisses.
You are so right.
I guess God was in a hurry. losing weight.
Well, would you postpone it for a little while? Would you mind going upstairs and study? I want to talk to Mrs. Savage. Florence, will you take the coffee up with you?
Oh, I do hate having coffee upstairs. It's so middle class.
Upstairs, downstairs, till I think I'll scream. Dr. Emmett, may I stay? No, you may not.
Miss Willie tells me you're anxious to tonight's paper. Why?
Have it.
Here it is. It will undoubtedly please you that you've caused a considerable amount of damage. Again.
Have I? Oh, Titus, on the front page. U.S. Senator trapped in White House hothouse.
I've just been talking to, I've just been talking to the senator. He's exceedingly angry.
I can imagine pulling up all those petunias. What will everyone think?
As a result of this, your position here has deteriorated considerably.
And my disposition blossomed enormously. Anything about Samuel?
Oh yes, here's the Boston Post.
Oh, look at poor little Samuel under all those bricks. Chimney collapses on Boston jurist. Well, for some people it takes a ton of bricks, you know.
How could they have possibly believed you?
They ought to be committed, shouldn't they? Anything about Lilybell?
Your batting average for mischief is 100%, Mrs. Savage.
What a horrible picture of Lilybell. This would frighten even Fairy.
According to this, she resisted arrest.
I can imagine. Female vandal invades museum. Berserk heiress bites police. They really are fools, aren't they, Doctor?
What do you hope to gain from this?
Better terms
For your freedom?
for my memorial fund.
Your children believe that money could be put to better use.
Of course, their own. Lilybell settled over $1 million on each of her husbands, and Titus and Samuel spent just as much, securing positions to which they had no right.
They consider your memorial funds most unorthodox.
I don't see how it is. There are tons of charities for desperate people in foolish need, but none for a desperate need to be foolish.
And what brought you to that conclusion?
My own life. No matter what we get, we never forget the things that we never got. I'm sure that if Hannibal had gotten a violin when he wanted one, he wouldn't need one now.
That is quite possible.
Well,
Mrs. Savage, I want to discuss this topic with you further. But at the moment, I have guests waiting for me outside. You may come in now, Senator. I'll be outside if you want me.
well, my headache's gone.
How dare you make a fool of me? How dare you?
You tried to kill me. You knew that would turn you fall as soon as they started pulling bricks out, didn't you?
We're really not a bright family, are we?
Oh, you must be proud to see the name of Savage held up to ridicule again.
Did you dig, Titus?
8 FBI men jumped me, pushed my face into the dirt, thought I was planting a bomb.
Why didn't you tell the papers the truth? I did. Sleepwalking, really?
You tried to think of an excuse with 8 men on your chest.
She'd love the chance.
It was learned today that the senator's mother, Mrs. Ethel P. Savage, the actress, was recently committed for irresponsible actions. Democratic leaders were quick to point out that this might explain the career of strange behavior in Congress by the senator. You know what this does to me politically?
Makes you a mort canard. French, remember?
I will never survive it. Never.
They treated me like a common criminal. I was fingerprinted.
Oh, that reminds me, Lilybell. What is inside a stuffed porpoise?
Do you know what the papers call us now?
The Mad Savages.
How do you like it?
What have you done with the bonds?
What have you done with your dignity?
Where is my money?
Where's your self-respect?
May I just ask what you intend to do now?
Are you prepared to listen to my terms, or would you care to dig in grants too?
We are prepared to compromise.
If compromise means that you'll see things my way, Compromise is the right word.
What did we get?
That's what I like about you, Titus. No nonsense. I shall give you each a reasonable yearly allowance.
How reasonable.
I shall be generous, but the bulk of the estate must go to my fond.
Oh, it's completely mad.
We might have your commitment revoked just to have you play another trick on us. Where would we be then?
Where are you now?
Get it over with, Titus.
Very well. Right over Traxon, Samuel.
I'm tired of having my decisions reversed.
When I'm out of here, I'll keep my promise. But I warn you, don't have me followed.
Sam, wait a minute.
What is it?
I found the answer on the cover of this medical journal.
What are you talking about?
A way to avoid your compromise. But I must see Dr. Eddie first.
Are you going to sign the petition, Lilybell?
Titus, don't sign anything until I come back.
Lilybell! What could she have read?
It's probably something to trick you.
What'll I do?
Finish it. Lilybell has gotten us into trouble enough.
How many T's in commitment?
3.
It doesn't look right.
Give me, I'll write it myself. Give me your pen.
Give it back.
What he needs to say is that the commitment was ill-advised and request release. Will that satisfy you?
It will, when you sign it.
Sign it, Samuel.
What are you doing?
We're signing the letter. Sign it, Lilybell.
It isn't necessary.
You'll regret this.
Lilybell, you have no right to act without consulting
Would
us.
you be quiet? Read that.
Read what?
The article on sodium pentothal. It's... Well, perhaps I'd better let Dr. Eddie explain. Can you tell them what sodium pentothal does, Doctor?
It's generally used in cases of shock. It releases tension, removes the patient's inhibitions, and makes them more receptive to suggestion.
It's called the truth drug.
That's not quite accurate, however.
Well, under its influence, patients answer truthfully, isn't that so?
If they answer at all.
Now do you understand?
Oh, just a moment.
Dr. Ehrman, I order you to give my mother this truth drug at once.
Haven't I any rights at all, Doctor?
Dr. Emmett, may I say something? Surely you're not going to listen to these people. It's a flagrant misuse of science.
Doctor, I order you to give my mother this truth drug.
Mrs. Savage, if I refuse, your guardians are quite within their legal rights to remove you from my authorities. I am confident they will find a means of subjecting you to the influence of sodium pentothal elsewhere.
Then let someone else do it, doctor.
Mrs. Savage, $10 million are hidden from use. Does no one any good, least of all you. It remains an ever-present symptom of your psychotic thinking. This is your opportunity to prove that you are capable of making a rational decision. An intelligent mind recognizes defeat.
Fine. But let it be known that I was not brought to my knees by science. I will tell you where the bonds are. They are...
Wait! We've come to the rescue!
We'll stand by you, Mrs. Savage.
We just happen to be listening. Shame on you, and you, and you!
Dr. Emmett, who are these people?
These are my friends.
Weren't you asked to stay upstairs, Hannibal?
I want to protest, Doctor.
What gives you the right to protest, madam? This doesn't concern you.
I love you all for wanting to help me, but as you must have heard, there's nothing the doctor can do.
What will you do, Mrs. Savage?
Give them the bonds.
I think you've made the right decision, Mrs. Savage.
Well, are you going to tell us or not?
I'm going to show you. We're going to show you.
You'll hurt it!
There's your treasure.
My God, she had it with her the whole time.
Look for the lights!
Oh no, looks like Miss Patty's back! Miss Patty? Miss Patty?
Where's the light switch? Someone turn those lights on!
Just a moment, I'll turn them back on.
Titus, strike a match!
I haven't got a match!
Who is this?
Me, let go of me.
Someone turn those lights on, do you hear me? Who turned those lights on?
It was one of our patients. Oh, Mrs. Patty!
Where's Lilybell?
She's disappeared.
Oh, what are you doing down there?
Somebody pushed me.
They're gone. The bonds are gone.
God?
What did you do with them?
I put them on the table. You saw me do it yourself.
Then where are they?
Excuse me, Senator. Seems to me that Mrs. Patty took them. She turned the lights off, grabbed them, and ran.
Miss Willie, get Mrs. Patty. Notify all the guards to stop her before she destroys those bonds.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, I can't bear my septic can. I'm going to pieces.
This'll calm you. Would you like to try it?
Darling Mrs. Patty, come on girls, let's take a walk.
Why, this is simply a madhouse.
Yes, Miss Wilhelmina? Good. Good. Good.
Well,
All the wards have been locked off, the staff has been alerted, and Miss Willie is searching the basement now.
but did she find that woman?
Not yet.
That maniac has $10 million worth of negotiable bonds. If they're not found, they can't be replaced.
What will she do with them, Doctor?
Oh, she'll probably eat them.
I don't know, but we're sure to recover them. It just may take a little time.
Years, probably.
They were right in front of us within our grasp. Why didn't you do anything to stop her?
How was I gonna know the lights were gonna go out?
Well, it's quite possible that Mrs. Patty didn't take them at all.
Of course she did. No one else could have taken them.
You could have.
Lilybell was 10 feet away from the table.
Yes, but she's mighty quick when it comes to money. Personally, I think she took them and stuffed them down her front. Heaven knows there's room. Search her, Titus.
Lilybell, you didn't take them, did you?
Can't you see she's trying to make us suspect each other?
Well, someone could have taken them. He was nearest the table when the lights went out.
He was right beside it.
Well, what do you got to say for yourself?
I didn't take them. I don't like bonds.
The Queen of Spades! Someone is going to die!
Dr. Emmett must be happy people here.
Get them out of here! No, don't let anyone out of your sight until he's fully searched.
Everybody off with his clothes.
My glasses too?
Just a moment, Barry. Mrs. Savage, please don't make this any more difficult than you already have.
For heaven's sake, somebody do something about this man tossing cards around. My nerves are on edge.
Hannibal, for the love of God, don't.
Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. I understand you have a lovely tiara. Do you sleep in it?
Oh, sit down, you unattractive creature. I've had quite enough.
I don't like you!
Barry, will you please sit down and be quiet while we wait?
Very well.
Barry.
Excuse me, I'm upset.
Well, Mrs. Patty, you have the entire staff searching for you.
Stop her, don't let her get away.
Join us, Mrs. Patty. We'd love to talk to you.
Now, we'll find out what happened to those bonds.
I think you better let me question her, Senator. She won't answer to you.
Oh, yes, she will.
Oh no, she won't.
Well, we'll just have to see about this. Well, madam, what do you have to say for yourself?
I hate everything in the world, but most of all, I hate revolving doors, custom doors, fights, butts, fleas, bumblebees, prickly heat, bats, gnats, pill pot pits, butt flyers, worm shrews, panthers, and politicians!
What does she mean?
Weren't you listening?
Madam, do you even know what I asked you?
There's no need to shout at her, Senator. She can hear you well enough. But she's not going to answer you. She hasn't answered anyone in 20 years.
Don't try any tricks on me, madam.
Careful, Titus. She carries a knife.
Mrs. Savage, please. Mrs. Patty doesn't carry a knife. She's hostile, but quite harmless. Now, will you be kind enough to yield the floor for me, Senator?
Very well, but I want to hear her talk.
So do we all.
Mrs. Patty, this is quite important. Now I want you to nod yes or no to the questions I ask you. No. Do you remember taking some bonds from the table a few minutes ago?
She did, and she didn't.
Oh, this is exciting. I hope we open a door and a body falls out.
Mrs. Patty, look at me. Do you remember turning the lights off? Yes, you do. And do you remember a small little bundle of paper on the table? Try to remember. Think.
I found them.
Oh, no, you don't. Hand them over to me.
Senator.
I'll take charge of these.
Oh, look! Radio tubes!
You said you found the bonds.
I said nothing of the sort.
This restores my faith in witchcraft.
Where did you find them, Miss Williams?
In the basement in the hot air duct leading to Fairy's room.
I told you I was cold all winter. No one believed me.
I hold you're personally responsible for this fiasco, Doctor.
And what would you suggest I do, Senator?
Search that woman.
I'm afraid this is going to present a problem.
Then search everyone else while we focus on making her talk.
Very well. You take Mrs. Savage to her room and search her, please.
Oh, no. I'm youngest and undress quickest. I should go first. Unless you want to draw straws, Miss Savage?
Oh no, you go first. I don't want to miss anything.
Thank you.
Would you like to come with me, Fairy?
Oh, yes. Did you know, once I was asked to play Lady Godiva in the Elks pageant, but I didn't. My mother was afraid of so many elks.
Wouldn't you like to save us a whole lot of trouble, Mrs. Patty?
Haven't you some sort of threat you resort to here, Doctor?
I don't threaten my patients. Mrs. Patty, look at me.
The truth truck.
Of course, use the truth truck on her. Then we can make her talk.
I'm afraid that's out of the question. I'd have to have the consent of her guardian.
Very well. We'll get it. Who's her guardian?
Her husband.
Very well. We'll just give him a call. Where is he?
Japan.
Well, in his absence, don't you have the authority to act?
We've no proof that she took them yet.
I still think Lily Bell's your girl.
Will you stop saying that?
Dr. Emmett,
Yes, Jen.
if Mrs. Savage can't have her bonds anyhow, I think I can help you.
Yes?
Mrs. Patty didn't take them,
How do you know?
because I took them.
She's a thief. I knew we were being tricked.
Dr. Emmett, I searched Fairy. She doesn't have them.
Did you take them?
Yes, ma'am.
Then where did you put them?
I threw them out the window.
Go outside quickly, Titus, and walk from the window.
Stop! Parcheesi! The world give of India!
But Jen, you could have thrown them out the window. The window's closed. Oh.
It's stuck.
What do you mean by misleading us?
Go ahead, you stupid ox!
She said she had the bonds.
She didn't. I happen to know she didn't.
And just how do you happen to know that?
That's none of your business.
How do you know?
When the lights went out, I had my arms around trying to protect her from the confusion.
Thank you, Miss Williams.
But she didn't. That's not true. I took them. No one else.
Dr. Emmett, Miss Williams, something terrible has happened. There's a fire with flames that high.
Mary, you mustn't. We have company.
Well, there is a fire with flames this high at least.
Fairy, will you come in and sit there quietly,
I
please?
can't. There's a fire. You have to believe me.
Where?
In the bathtub.
Mary, sit down.
I can't. I'm full of pins.
Jen, if you did take them, where did you put them?
I told you she couldn't have taken them.
Of course she couldn't have. If anyone should know, I should.
Now I suppose you took them.
I confess everything.
There's a fire upstairs.
There's a conspiracy down here.
Where are they, Florence?
I won't tell you.
These people are trying to deceive us.
I have committed this theft with the full knowledge of the stigma involved.
Something's burning upstairs.
Better search her.
Weak little man.
You take Florence to her room and search her carefully.
Come along, Florence.
I promise I won't tell Miss Savage, even if they put me in solitary confinement and cut off all my hair.
It's a waste of time to search, dear Florence.
Now I suppose you took them.
No, but I know who did.
I know a fire when I see one.
Who did, Hannibal?
It wasn't Mrs. Patty.
Who?
It wasn't Florence either.
I don't want to know who it wasn't. I want to know who was it.
Is that good, Grandpa?
If you ask a Mohammedan what God is, he'll name all the things he isn't. It's much easier than naming the things he is.
And one of the things he isn't on your side.
Hannibal, if you know who took them, will you tell us?
I don't know who took them, but I know it was a woman, and it wasn't Mrs. Patty.
Oh, fiddle, let the house burn down.
How do you know?
Mrs. Patty doesn't use perfume.
Well, Lily Bell bathes in it.
I was nowhere near the table.
Could you identify the scent?
I think so.
Well, I use gardenia. What do you use, Fairy?
No name. I make my own.
Hannibal, sniff Lilybell.
Titus, I won't tolerate this. They're making fools of us for their own amusement.
Smell anything?
Yes,
What?
smoke.
High time!
I must be losing my mind. I smell smoke too.
There's a fire in Miss Patty's bathtub.
I don't think I'll speak to anyone.
In the bathtub?
I'm afraid of the bonds. Or what's left of them.
Oh, no.
Let me see. Why, there's no way of telling what these are.
Here's something that didn't burn in the fire. Can you tell what it is?
It's the burnt end of a $500,000 bond.
Are you sure? Let me see. Mrs. Savage, can you identify this?
Well, the treasure hunt's over. It's all that's left of $10 million.
I should have told a lie. Then someone would have believed me.
Yes, Fairy, I'm sorry. I should have believed you anyhow. There must be some way of having them replaced, Senator.
Well, there isn't.
They can't be gone. They just can't.
It's all your fault, you miserable, useless creature. Do you know what you caused us?
Never mind, Mrs. Patty.
I've stood for as much bullying of my patients as I intend to. Now, will you be kind enough to leave at once?
What about the burnt piece? Isn't it worth anything?
Nothing. I hold you personally responsible.
I can't be poor. I don't know how.
It's all right, Lindell. We'll survive. We always have. I am still a senator.
Lilybell, I hope you know I never intended it to end like this, believe me.
Titus, take me home, please.
Titus,
Yes,
what happens to me?
you have nothing to worry about. We would never allow you to be sent to a public institution.
We are savages.
Goodbye. We say goodbye to people we don't want to see ever again.
Oh, don't cry, Mrs. Patty. I'm sure you hate tears, too.
Maybe she thinks her tub is cracked.
Did you think you could change them, Miss Savage?
No one changes people like that. One simply makes changes people learn to live with. I had hoped to make them look fools, so they would look better upon the fools of good heart.
And who are the fools of good heart?
I'd say those who gamble on people and invest in kindness. Those who don't mean that position means privilege or that manners mean morals. And of course, the rebels with no fear of failure.
Mrs. Savage, would you like to leave?
Oh, they'd never let me go.
They have nothing to say about it. No patient's commitment is final until I've made my decision. And I see no valid reason for you to remain.
Does that mean that I'm free?
I could release you on my own authorities, but I'll talk to the state medical inspector. Then I will let you know definitely.
I'll go pack your things. We can always unpack them just in case.
You hate us.
Why do you say that, Fairy?
You want to leave us.
Oh, but Farragut must.
Is someone waiting for you?
No.
Does someone need you?
No.
Well, then you can't leave, Miss Savage. You just can't. Why, I haven't had time to get you a proper going-away present. Maybe I can find something anyhow, if you won't be fussy.
I'll go look.
I'll try to find something for you too, if you wait.
Oh, fun. Come, everyone. Let's find gifts for Miss Savage.
I have something too. I just remembered. I'll try to find something useless. I do afford practical gifts.
Now, don't leave before we get back now, or you won't get anything.
I have nothing in my room you'd want, Mrs. Savage, but I do have something on my person. My class ring. On the inside it says, "Let there be light," something Mrs. Patty would hate.
Oh, Hannibal, I couldn't possibly take the ring off your finger.
But I insist. It has no value as gold goes, but as blood goes, it's a statistical treasure. My heart has pumped my blood through this ring every 2 minutes for the past 10 years. That adds up to roughly about 100,000 gallons of blood.
Hannibal, it's too much.
But I can't seem to get it off.
Oh, keep it, really.
My fingers got too fat on each side of the ring.
You You've had it so long it has become a part of you.
Oh, Miss Savage, thank goodness you're still here. Feel my heart.
Why, Fairy, dear.
But I found something. I hope you aren't too disappointed. You can feel my heart too, Hannibal.
Thank you. About 104 beats per minute, I'd say.
Oh, how very nice.
I didn't have time to wrap it in anything else but Kleenex.
What is it?
It's a handkerchief.
Oh, no, it's a napkin. So many places are paper napkins, but they blot or smear.
Oh, thank you, Fairy. I'll take it with me whenever I'm invited out.
It says the cloisters on it. Isn't that lucky?
Oh, Fairy found you something first. What did she get you?
A hand-picked napkin.
It'll go perfectly with my gift.
Oh, Florence, you shouldn't have.
What is it?
The salt shaker.
And full of salt, too.
It's engraved. It says the cloisters.
Oh, it's too much.
Is it sterling?
Fairy, I wouldn't give anything that wasn't sterling.
Oh, but it's dented.
Really, Fairy, dents give it antique character.
Indeed they do.
Well, Jen, what did you bring?
Just the book, but I hope you enjoy it.
The Lifespan of the Ape. Do you know I've never read it?
I was lucky, wasn't I?
I'll read it tonight.
Well, I'm not going to say goodbye.
You didn't expect us to say goodbye, did you?
I didn't even expect all these gifts.
Oh, I almost forgot. John Thomas told me to give you something. He was afraid you'd catch the measles that he gave himself. Come, Fairy. Let's pretend it's right an hour.
Excuse us. We have to go pretend to weed. Take an umbrella. It's raining.
Mrs. Patty, we thought you had forgotten us.
What did you get, Mrs. Patty?
Oh, why? How did you know that this was exactly what I needed?
May I see it?
Genuine mother-of-pearl button. I'll sew it on at once.
I think it's intended to make an eye for your bear.
Oh, I bless your angry heart. He's absolutely hated having only one eye.
I hate everything in the world. But I hate everything in the world. I hate everything in the world but you. And I love you. And I wish you wouldn't leave us.
She said she loved me.
Well,
Aren't you surprised?
Why? We knew it all along.
Yeah, but she spoke.
Well, she had to say it.
well, Jen, it's a lovely night, and everybody's polite. Shall we see what the girls are up to? Watch out. You'll break your neck.
You have a good seat.
I think I have everything. Here's your $85 hat. I told you you'd want it again.
Oh, my wonderful, foolish hat.
You know, I think you've been wearing it backwards.
You know, I think I have. It feels good to be set straight.
Where did everybody go?
They gave me going away presents and I refused to say goodbye.
I bet I can guess what they all gave you.
No, you can't. Mrs. Patty gave me an eye in which to see the world, and Florence a grain of salt to take with me wherever I go.
That's nice. And Fairy?
A memory of loveliness.
I'm afraid to most people, Fairy won't seem so lovely.
She wears her plainness with beauty.
And Jen?
The Book of Job.
Nothing from Hannibal?
Well, he certainly gave me an appreciation for music I've never quite had before.
Well, I have something to give you too.
Now you behave yourself.
It isn't much.
My bonds!
Except for the corner of one where I had to burn with the newspapers to make it look convincing.
But where did you find them?
I didn't. I stole them when the lights went out.
Why?
I'm not exactly sure.
Don't tell me you're a kleptomaniac.
It was something to think. What bothers me is that after I took them, I toyed with the idea of keeping them.
That's a normal human impulse. What stopped you?
What Jen might think.
Now we have to get you out of here. That kind of thinking just isn't good for you.
But surely you know that Jen's my daughter, don't you?
I certainly did not.
Well, she is. And do you know why I didn't keep any of the money? Pure selfishness. I wanted to do everything for Jen myself. Surely you understand that.
I just don't understand how I ever felt so sorry for myself. Isn't there a saying like, no fool like a you-know-what?
There is, but I don't think it applies to you. I told Dr. Emmett as well.
Well, whether you like it or not, the both of you are going to hear from my memorial fund.
I talked to the state medical inspector. There's a station wagon outside, ready to take you wherever we want to go. We take our bags out to the car. I have a few papers for you to sign, then you're free to go.
Oh, I must be out of my mind, really. I don't want to go.
You mean you prefer to leave tomorrow?
I'd prefer not to leave at all.
Why do you want to stay?
Suddenly, I'm weary. I'd like to be relieved of decision-making. I'd like to be protected from uncertainty and accident. I'd like to close my eyes at night and know that there are walls to guard my sleep.
But the peace you find here is the moon reflected on a dark lake. Strike the surface, and you destroy it. Is that really the kind of peace you want?
I want what everyone wants. I want nothing. The people here have found contentment.
How do you know?
I have eyes to see.
So has Jen, but she only sees what she wants to see. An excuse for not facing the future. Does Florence see that her child was taken away from her? Does Fairy see what the mirror should tell her? No. They found refuge in an eggshelled world where you don't belong. Where you see yourself clearly, I'm sure.
Where do I belong, Doctor?
You belong in a world you can best serve. The impulse to live your life with courage is right. Go ahead with your memorial, and don't be betrayed by the illusion of contentment. The door is open for you. Make your peace with loneliness.
Oh, good. You're still here. I just thought of what I could give you.
Oh, Hannibal, not your violin.
Oh, no. You couldn't play it. But I wrote you a song. Here is your song.
everything that you've done for this club and for all of the hard work and the time that has you put into this. It's amazing, and we are going to miss you so much for us seniors, and we have left you in good hands with our sophomores and juniors and freshmen over here today. So, thank NP3 Drama Club, feel free to ask any of us. We're so glad you guys came out to watch us. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
This makes so much sense now when you're like, yes, can you help you? Giving you reminders. But I know it seems like it's like all accolades to you, but this, like they said earlier in the intro, this is a club, so it's not for class credit, they don't get extra credit, but like they were saying, they are so passionate about it, and I just opened my room to them. So it's amazing and awe-inspiring what students can do when they're passionate about something. So thank you so much for supporting the arts and the students here.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Can you play the intro music?
I didn't lie to my dad. I told him around 8:30. You got pants like I know.